Okay, is that better? Can you hear me? Baxter, bark twice if you're in Milwaukee. Oh, hey, microphone's way over here. Better? Okay, cool. Yeah, microphone can just stay over there right now. I was just farting around with something. Background noise is pretty loud. Here, let's. All right. Here, let's just move this over here. There. Better? Is there background noise now? Or is it significantly less? Now just the rabbit ears. Okay, so starting back up. Hi, everybody. Hope it was a great Veterans Day weekend. Hope it was good. I got the Nurglings primed. I got Mortarion primed, but as you'll probably notice, there's like little spackle bits, and like you can see right there. Yeah, something's up with the needle on my. Hey, thank you for subscribing. Ooh, wow, 12 months. All right. I'll get the thing mailed to you here soon, too, Ty. So, I was going to do more with the airbrush, but waiting for an ultrasonic cleaner so that way I can clean out my... actually, just clean the entire airbrush with an ultrasonic cleaner. So, yeah. So, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to start with good old Death Guard Green. And how's the angle here, guys? Because I had done some recording over on the airbrush booth, and I swing the boom back for the camera. So hopefully this angle is okay. If not, let me know. We'll make it work and we'll adjust it. All right. Okay. Towards me and there. That a little bit better? Alright. Yeah, and as I was recording stuff in the airbrush booth, I think the LEDs in that aren't going to work well because it looked like lightning flashes every now and then on my recording, but I'll take a look at it too during the playback to see if it actually came out that way or not. Okay. All right, so here's where maybe fully assembling him may have been a little bit of a folly, but hey, I'll deal with it, right? Oh yeah, I know. Or I could have done this in more like sub assemblies, like I did when I painted Belisarius Call, where I didn't have like all of this cape glued on, or other parts still just hanging out. Like they're assembled, but they're not all the way together. Yeah, Friday night though, went up and saw Bobcat Goldthwait with my brother up in Norfolk for those who are local. So that was pretty nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have some tricky corners here, which is why I'm starting in the most narrow spots and then working my way. Then I'll work my way out. It really was. No, that was just kind of the character that he got famous for doing. So he did it a little bit on stage just for his own comedic effect, but otherwise, nah, not a lot. Yeah, and actually, the way I had to describe him to a friend's kid, though, was that he was one of the demons in Hercules, and had to like quote one of the lines. He's like, "Oh, okay, that guy." Because otherwise, he's like, "I don't know who that is." Hey, Michelle, how are ya? Come to see me work on this chunky boy, huh? Yeah, I bet. We got a cold snap even all the way down here, so I can't imagine how it is farther up north. Yeah, I know. I tried to say like Police Academy, Hot to Trot, and just kind of get the what? Yeah, I'm not too excited or ready for winter yet either, Michelle. Okay. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that would have been nice, but Nebraska has to go lol. No. Yeah. Yes, I did get my Kingdoms and Warfare book. I have not put the stickers in some of the revised pages yet. I just kind of have them there. So, haven't had much of a chance to look through it yet. How about you? Oh, sorry. Yeah, losing a little bit of my voice. Laughing actually quite a bit at Bobcat on Saturday. And then yeah, just the cold weather and whatnot. How long will But this guy, I expect at least the rest of this month to paint him because I'm just kind of planning on painting him every night, and there might be a few things I'll do off stream, but I'm hoping to get him done this month. That, along with in some of my spare time playing God of War Ragnarok. Hey, Chewy, thanks for following. Oh, you had yours installed before shipping? Alright. And no, Kingdoms and Warfare is a D&D setting book done by Matt Colville. It's more about like having a kingdom set up, how it would interact with other ones, and like doing armies versus armies in a D&D setting. I think that's about the broad strokes of it. Cyberpunk Edgerunner. This is the first I've heard of this, Sojan, so you are not late to the party. I, however, am. Yeah, kinda. From what I've gathered about that. You know what? I might go to just a little bit of a broader brush now that I'm since I'm not worried about being too accurate right now. Not around children. Alright. Kind of the same with God of War. No way I can play that with the kids around, especially whenever one of the dwarves is on screen. Good old Brock. Discover that my Paramount sub lets me watch the new CSI Vegas. Nice. Oh, Ty, you don't happen to have a cable login, do you? So we could watch the latest season of Yellowstone at all, do you? So that's something that Delay Capture and I are into. And we just caught up on season 4. And now that 5 is coming out, we're just like, oh, well, she tried to get Paramount Plus, but it needs a cable subscription to unlock some of that stuff. So again, right now, I'm not worried about getting the things underneath the gauntlets and whatnot and all around it. Just getting the base coats applied for right now, and then the second coats as well. Oh, okay. Cool, cool. yes, I'm threading the needle through some other parts of this model to get some other points. But if it works, right? Right now I'm just going back and kind of hitting it with the second coat, as good old Duncan Rhodes would say. Just to make sure it looks fairly even. Yep, which I did get some of my paints from, or actually the paints I ordered from that Kickstarter finally came in. I've not yet had a chance to play around with them yet. That was the Duncan Rhodes painting, the Duncan Rhodes paint Kickstarter. He was a artist for Warhammer for a very long time. Like, actually, I followed quite a bit of his tutorials, but he eventually left Games Workshop to start his own painting channel so he could paint things publicly that weren't just Games Workshop. And because he's such a like a good painter, he decided to make his own paint line. And they called it Too Thin Coats, because that would be his catchphrase in all of his videos. We're going to apply this, we're going to apply 2 thin coats and let that dry. And so he just kind of leans into it. And so he made his own. So the Kickstarter paints passed his own inspection, but they were going to do stuff for mass production to send out to stores and whatnot. Those did not pass his own inspection, so that already helps add quite a bit of cred in my book, that he's just not willing to crank out an inferior product on his launch. So, yeah, I can actually bring him out too. Who knows? Maybe I'll use a few on this model too, just for the sake of it. Thank you for reminding me, Dr. Irrefutable. Let me... Let's see... Aha! Okay. So use my Reaper U notebook. And there's a Reaper pen. Thank you for the reminder, Dr. Irrefutable. Because I keep saying I should do that. Thank you for holding me accountable. Try not to poke myself on this too much. Okay. Think that is a good base.
Are you also a Ron Burgundy?
I might be, question mark. Delay capture goes, are you also Ron Burgundy? Question mark. Since I said that's a good base? Question mark, maybe. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm Gareth Redbar? Question mark. I'll drink to that, though. And honestly, I know there's sometimes I should have cleaned up more mold lines and like base clippings, but it's Death Guard. There's like corruption and damage all over this armor anyways, so might as well just leave some of that in and I can paint it up as other damage, right? Okay, so one other thing that we're gonna do, right. So since this is a Primarch, might be going a little ham on a few things here, but I have a feeling it'll be worth it because it's a display piece. So if I'm not gonna go nuts on something like this with some details, then when the hell am I actually going to try and go nuts on some details? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up some Death Guard green and Elysian green and just try and get some higher areas in this different shade so that way there's definitely a transition. Now, would you want to see? Well, I mean, I don't know how well you saw me. Yeah. So, just how I'm writing it in the book. Just adding a little water to that. Okay, so we will try, and I'll try to mark out how much of a mix I do of each as well. All the grr. Hello, A Night Whisper. How are you doing? Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Okay, let's go something. Not bad. Most of you are on the way in for the raid. It happens. I just appreciate the raid. Thank you for doing the shout out for them already, Dr. Irrefutable. As you can see, I am working on Mortarion. Thank you for the follow. EL George Tower. I'd missed the week before because my mom was in the hospital, still not home yet. Oh, well, I am sorry to hear that your mom's in the hospital. I hope that she gets out soon and makes a speedy recovery. And no worries, real life always takes precedence over streaming. Your own stream or making it to mine. I'd be remiss if I said no, you had to make it. So she's coming and getting better, just needs to work on regaining mobility. All right. Well, you're welcome for the shout out and thank you for the raid. Yep, this is Mortarion from Warhammer 40k. It's a demon primarch of Nurgle, the great-grandfather giving his blessings upon us. And, I'm just kind of having fun just starting to paint him. Since I seem to be stumbling into collecting Death Guard right now as it is. So I figured might as well just have fun with it. Yeah, this isn't even the model with his wings attached. Which I have a vague idea of what I want to do with those wings. I'm still not 100% sure about what I'm going to do with them. Cool. Yeah, that's another model that I would love to paint at some point too. And I do have a Rabute Gilliman that I'm going to paint at some point. I'm just kind of collecting Primarchs and painting them as well, because why not, right? Yeah, Robo Girly Man. Lets out his mighty cry of Spasmarin's Her. Started with 40k back in the early 90s, but came back to the hobby in 2020 with more D&D themed fantasy, although currently working on Wolf and Watch from Cursed City. Yeah, that's, again, another board game that would be fun to get just for the models, just like the new Hero Quest. which, yeah, I need to start working more on that again. They don't have a they have a 30K Vulcan model, but they don't have a 40K because I don't think he is officially back in the setting. Well, you can still buy it now for retail now on I think it's on Hasbro Plus. You can get it for, it's a little more than what the Kickstarter price was, but it's still a decent buy. Yes, yes. The whole Mythic tier, which, yeah, I actually got 2 copies of that. One is for me, one is for a friend over in Scotland that I'm painting it for him before I send it to him. Again, guys, if I drift a bit too much, you know what sound effect to play. Yeah, which I actually have a sound effect for that, so that way if I'm moving out and I'm not looking at chat, people can just play that and I will know to move back into frame. Let me look at some box art here. Yeah, I'm not painting exactly like the box art, but I'm gathering some inspiration from it. Plus, it's just nice just seeing how others have done it. Just got my Zombie Decide Undead or Alive Kickstarter pledge 2 days ago. Cool. Actually, just played some Zombicide this weekend. First time in a very long time. We only had 2 survivors die. We were playing 6 of us. Or it was 3 of us, and each of us had 2 survivors. Or hero. I don't know. Nice. Bet it was a fun game for them. I bet they enjoyed it too. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've heard good things about the, um, well, both of them too. And, yeah, okay. And, yeah, my buddy was talking about Risk too with that, so I got confused. I'm like, oh, yeah, and there's a Risk version, or there's a space version of Zombicide too. Which, yeah, no, there isn't. Okay, let's see. And I know I'm gonna go. So for the cloak, I'm gonna go from here and here up is purple, and then this to this is going to be like a linen color, but it might go to like a linen might go to like a scorpion green. Because, I mean, it goes from, like, a linen to a blue on the box art. But I'm thinking I'm going to go from... Oh, no, actually, I was going to go from linen to, like... Maybe I was actually going to go with this full... Maybe I'll go with this full triad from Reaper. And go with, like... yeah, go from like this bloodless skin to a moldy skin to a ghoul skin. So, make it look more like, they're using flesh. Special leather. Like the upper cloak is going to be purples, just because I like that idea. So like this will be purples, this will be purples, this will, but then like from here down, and from here down, it's going to be like those linen colors. What do you guys think? They have Zombicide Invader rather than zombies. It's infected aliens. Okay, maybe that's what he was talking about too. Yeah. Yeah, it just seems to work for this kind of model, just making him even more sinister. Alright, and then for some of the metals there. So I'm gonna dingy it up. Maybe I'll go with... I can start a little bit. Because, yeah, I want to get all of, like, the armory bits done initially. So I think we'll try. We'll just see how it looks. Too, we can always change it. I'm going to go with Brinewind Brass. Oh yeah, moistly moixing. Well, yeah, there was quite the bit of separation on this, so figured I'd moix it up. All right, so only have a few minutes, but let's just kind of see how this all looks compared to it's actually almost kind of nice just being able to leave this model on the table and it's actually still at a decent angle. So I can get some of this painting done. Sorry about the light going into the other camera for you guys. Alright, I think I like how this looks so far. turn to the camera here in just a minute. There's that isn't showing up too. Here, let's zoom in just a little bit so that way you guys can kind of see it. Yeah, kind of like how that looks. Finish up the rest of this little pauldron, and then I am probably going to call it a night. Yeah, it was a good stream, and I feel like we're off to a good start already. Maybe I'll send you some of the ideas I got for the wings so far. Just see what you guys think. Alright. Well, I might call it good here. Yeah, got at least that done. I'm really liking how the brine went brass, so before I call it quits. Alright. Got it written down. So, alright. Thank you, A Night Whisper, for the raid. Again, speedy recovery to your mother. Hope she gets on the mend quick and back home soon. Thanks to the mods. Michelle, thanks for swinging by. It's always good seeing you. Hope it didn't disrupt date night too much. So, yeah, with that, I will see everybody on Wednesday. We'll keep working on this big boy. And just remember to keep painting.